Who is winning the U.S.-Israel-Iran conflict? Latest developments explained. The conflict involving the United States, Israel, and Iran continues to escalate, and several major developments have unfolded in the past few hours. One of the biggest flashpoints right now is the strategic waterway known as the Strait of Hormuz. This narrow shipping route is one of the most important energy corridors in the world, with a large portion of global oil shipments passing through it every day. Recently, tensions have increased after the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps issued a strong statement directed at the United States and its allies. According to Iranian military officials, if the United States believes it has weakened Iran's naval capabilities, then it should attempt to reopen the Strait of Hormuz using its own navy. This statement came after the U.S. president called on allied nations to help secure the waterway and ensure that commercial shipping could pass safely through the region. According to several reports, the United States has been trying to form a multinational naval coalition to patrol the Strait of Hormuz and protect ships from potential attacks. However, some major European allies have reportedly been reluctant to join such an operation. Officials from countries including Britain, Germany, France, Italy, and Spain have expressed concerns about becoming directly involved in the conflict. Some leaders have stated that they do not view the current situation as their war and prefer to avoid direct military engagement. Another surprising development is that the United States reportedly asked China to assist in securing the shipping route, given China's heavy reliance on Middle Eastern oil passing through the region. So far, there has been no official response from Beijing. Meanwhile, tensions in the region remain extremely high. Reports indicate that several vessels have been attacked near the Strait of Hormuz, many of which are linked to Western countries or U.S. allies. At the same time, dozens of ships have successfully passed through the waterway without incident. This suggests that attacks may be targeted rather than random, increasing fears that the situation could escalate further. At the same time, new developments have emerged inside Iran's leadership structure. Iranian sources have confirmed the death of Ali Larijani, the country's chief security advisor, following recent Israeli airstrikes. Larijani was considered one of the most influential figures within Iran's political and security establishment. According to some reports, he had taken on a major decision-making role after the assassination of Iran's supreme leader Ali Khamenei earlier in the conflict. Iranian officials have vowed to retaliate for Larijani's death. The Iranian military claims it has launched another wave of missile attacks targeting Israel, including the use of advanced missile systems. Despite the loss of several senior leaders, Iranian officials argue that the country's government structure remains intact. Iran's foreign minister recently stated that assassinating individuals will not dismantle the Iranian state, because the political system is designed to quickly replace leadership positions when necessary. Meanwhile, a political shock has also emerged inside the United States. A senior counterterrorism official in the administration of President Donald Trump has reportedly resigned. In his resignation statement, the official argued that there was no immediate threat from Iran to the United States. He also suggested that the United States may have been drawn deeper into the conflict due to political pressure surrounding support for Israel. The resignation has sparked debate in Washington and across international media, as analysts question whether the war's objectives remain clear. This brings us to the central question many people around the world are asking: who is actually winning this conflict? To answer that, it is important to understand the goals of the three main players involved: the United States, Israel, and Iran. For the United States and Israel, the initial objective was to stop Iran from developing nuclear weapons. Both governments also openly discussed the possibility of regime change in Iran. So far, several high-ranking Iranian officials have been killed in targeted strikes. However, Iran's government structure remains operational. Another objective was to secure or neutralize Iran's stockpile of enriched uranium. According to available information, that goal has not yet been achieved. For Iran, the objective is different. Iran's main goal is survival. As long as the Iranian government structure remains intact and its strategic capabilities remain operational, Tehran can claim that it has resisted the pressure placed on it. Despite heavy losses in leadership, Iran has continued to launch military responses and maintain its internal political system. So when analysts look at the situation today, they see a conflict where both sides are still pursuing their objectives, but neither side has achieved a decisive outcome. The second major question is, when will this war actually end? Historically, wars tend to fall into two categories. The first is a war of necessity, where a country sets clear objectives, achieves them, and then ends the conflict. The second type is a war of choice, where the goals are less clearly defined, making it much harder to determine when the conflict should end. Many analysts believe the current situation resembles a war of choice. For the conflict to end, one of two things would likely need to happen. Either Iran would agree to major concessions, such as surrendering its enriched uranium program, or the United States and Israel would declare victory based on limited achievements that allow them to step away from the conflict. Until one of those scenarios occurs, tensions in the region are likely to continue. For now, the situation remains extremely volatile, with military strikes, political developments, and diplomatic pressure all shaping the next phase of the conflict. And as always, the biggest question remains unanswered. How far will this escalation go, and who will ultimately claim victory? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.